All right, Hannah, well done. I mean, this is a really good essay. We've got some bits to comment on in the introduction first, which is a very good, very strong introduction. You very concisely talk about the role of women in 1920s America. You cite lots of different examples of how they're treated and how they are subordinate or rebelling against that subordination to men, which is very good. It is perhaps a little bit long-winded for an introduction, so perhaps try and cut that down and keep it a little bit shorter so that you know that it's more concise and that there's less sort of waffle in it. There is a big chunk as well where you talk about Aristotle. I mean, it's very good what you talk about, but... Don't worry, I'm marking. But you need to perhaps... develop what you talk about in terms of Aristotle a little bit more. He was writing about 5,000 years before F. Scott Fitzgerald was writing, so if you just specify the time period, it would be a lot clearer in that part of the essay. Here you do a brilliant job introducing Jordan Baker and her as a character. You do mention that her name is quite a masculine name and that she perhaps rebels against the typical female figure. You talk about the clothes that she wears. I wonder, I haven't yet found the line where she is described as being a cold, hard, stern person. I'm not sure that's the exact quote, but that would be a good one to use in this bit where you're looking at her as a character specifically. You also draw out some differences between her and the other female characters. I wonder if you could maybe do that separately and develop that point significantly more so that there is more analysis of her and how she contrasts drastically with Daisy and Myrtle as well, because they are very different characters. You talk about her affairs and the controversy that surrounds Jordan, which is good. Perhaps link that more explicitly with her living in a patriarchal society, and that she is rebelling against that typical female view of a damsel in distress who needs to be rescued by men, and instead, because she's having these numerous affairs, she is someone who is able to set her own expectations in life. You talk here about her having a very masculine figure. You're all right, miss. About her having a very masculine figure, and this is very good. These bits here where you talk about her being reckless, dishonest and arrogant need to be more explicitly linked into the essay title itself of patriarchy. You talk about her revolutionising how women are viewed. She didn't necessarily do this. It was Fitzgerald himself who did it, not necessarily her. She is only a character within a novel. It's Fitzgerald that does anything. She can't really do anything herself. What else?
G9. Next.
In general, so spag issue, you need to make sure that you keep lowercase g's at all points in the work, apart from where they're needed. Don't know, sorry. And then you do well to summarise your whole argument here. Your word count is 973 words, which is good and certainly within the limit of 1,000. And overall, you've done a really strong essay there, Hannah. Well done.